There we go. Alright, now we should officially be going. Let's see, can you hear myself in the stream? Yes, you can. Alright. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes so we can get some people in here, and then we will start looking around. Let's head up here. Let me get myself some water before we actually start. Here we are. Where do I want to start? That's a really good question, actually. There's so much. You don't realize how much stuff you've built until you're looking at it all. Where's the sun? Oh, just starting to set. Alright. Well, I think we'll start the video, or the live stream, sorry, once the sun starts to set. I'll do my talking, we'll go and sleep, and then we'll get the tour started. But for now, I'm just gonna give people a little bit more time to get in here. And then we shall begin. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope you're all having a good day so far. It doesn't actually say on my end that I am live. I know I am, but it doesn't say that I am. Maybe let me check if I go to a different account. Let's see. There we go. Yep, it is saying that we are live. Perfect. Alright, and the sun is just starting to set, which means we are going to get this tour underway. Henry, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by, man. How are you doing today? Oh, hope you're doing well, because we are going to start up the tour. Let's sleep real quick. Let me get chat open on a different device just so I can make sure that I can actually read chat. Contrary to popular belief, it is very important to actually be able to read what people are saying. Let's get this pulled up. And while I'm getting this pulled up, how is everyone else doing today? Thank you all very much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the tour. Red Rover, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for stopping by today. head outside. Oh, I should have gone to spawn. That's probably where I should have gone. Jonathan, hello. Welcome to the stream, man. I guess we don't have practice today. So, I'm gonna get a quick little stream in, and then we're gonna go watch the Galaxy movie later. That should be a great time. Oh, heard some cactus drop. Yeah, I was waiting for Sam to say something about practice being canceled, but he never did. But I also didn't hear anything about pickups. So, I am not watching the launch. When is it? Isn't it like now? Let me check. Artemis 2 moon mission launch. Oh, yeah, no, there it goes. No, it is. Okay. It is flying away. So far, so good, it appears. Wow. We have liftoff. Do you know what's going on with that, J-Pain? With the rocket? Because it's not actually dropping people on the moon, correct? It's just like orbiting around it. If I remember correctly. It's going by the moon, but not on it. Okay. I gotcha. I'm watching it on my second monitor here. So. Wow. Alright, see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. PB, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the tour, I should say. How are you doing today? Sorry, one of my friends was just telling me about the Artemis launch. So I have that up on my laptop as I have Minecraft open on my computer. Oh, something's falling. I think it was supposed to do that. Oh yeah, that's the thrusters. Okay. Nope, that's right. It's supposed to do that. I got scared. I turned to my right and I saw debris falling, but no, it's supposed to do that. We're good. Food. Seem a little loud. I'll turn that down just a bit. No, the launch seems to have been successful. Alright, perfect. Hopefully the 2.7 million people watching the NASA stream will stop by and watch my beta world tour. Maybe I should put an advertisement in the NASA chat and see what happens. What do you mean live chat is disabled for this live stream? Boring? God. Well, looks like I'm not getting free advertising from NASA. Which is very unfortunate. But, whatever. I need to make a new shovel. I should probably go do that. Now, the whole point of this tour is just to walk around my world and to give a little bit of backstory to everything. I plan on doing an offline tour where I go through the entire world, and that'll be up probably within the next week. But this live stream, I just want to walk around and kind of explain what I've built. I noticed I didn't do that a lot in my first world tour, but I want to show off what I've done, and I want you all to get a little bit of history. I want to share not only what the builds are, but what they mean for me and why I built them. So if there's anything in the world that you guys want to see, just let me know. I'll be happy to show it to you, explain me building it, explaining why I built it, and maybe I'll give you guys some inspiration on how to start your own world. Show us your first build. Well, ironically, the first build in this whole world was my house. I have an old... I don't think I made it into a series, but I might have. If you look way back on my channel, the beginning Let's Play of this world, episodes like 3 to 5 were just this house. Like, episode 1 was me exploring the world and getting to where I am today. And episode 2 was mining and resource gathering. Episodes 3 through 5 were the very first build of the world, which was this house. GB, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by, man. How are you doing today? Welcome to the tour. I said this earlier, but I will repeat myself since you're here now. The point of this tour is to explain the backstory of the world. So if there's anything you see that you want to know how I built it, why I built it, when I built it, anything along those lines, that's what this live stream is going to be for. So if there's anything you want some backstory on, just let me know. But for now, we are going to be exploring the house, which is the very first thing that I built. And it's pretty funny, because if you go back to my original videos in this world, the house had a completely different layout. This middle area was the same, but around the edges, the whole area was just a giant cobblestone room. Like, once you came up here, this whole area was cobblestone all the way down to the edge of the house. And that was the case on this side too. And it just wrapped around the storage unit. I don't really know why I ended up building that, because I got rid of it. But frankly, the way the house is now looks so much better. So I'm very glad I got rid of it. But for some reason, I just built a giant cobblestone ring. And then once that was finished, I built the bedroom. This was the very first room that I built within the house. And then after that, I expanded. I built the library, the sitting living room, furnace room. And then after I did the upstairs, I worked on the downstairs. In this area, I'm actually the most proud of. This is my favorite spot in the entire house. The first thing I built down here was the minecart rail system. This just takes you out to different parts of the world. Funny story, I built this incinerator and I don't think I've ever used it once. Items in beta are very hard to get, so I found no reason to throw anything out. So everything that I have is just saved in chests. And then over this way, we've got the idea room. Most of this has actually been built already, so I gotta start thinking of some more ideas, but there's a few upcoming series. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but be on the lookout for those. And then back here we just have a nice sitting area to look outside. Heading back over this way, we have an exit to go outside, and then a nice little hot tub in the corner. The next thing regarding the house that I built was actually this secret tunnel. If you take this tunnel over here, it'll bring you to an inspiration room. And basically all this room is just different blocks in the game that I can use to build with. So if I'm ever thinking of a block palette to use, I'll just come in here, see what's readily available, and go from there. Once you take this up, you've got a little bit of a cave system, and then up this ladder, it actually leads you right outside. Right out to the front of the house. And then to finish off the house tour, the next thing I built was actually the attic. And the attic I built, I'd say about a year and a half after the rest of the house. I just never had an idea of what to build up here until one day I'm like, I should build a bar. And that's what I did. I've got a dance floor over here. We've got some TVs so people can do some sports betting responsibly. We've got air hockey, dartboard. We've got some places to sit next to the pool table. These high top chairs for the pool table. We've got a bar in the center, and then a ladder that brings you up to the top of the house. And that's the house. This is the very first thing that I built in this world. And it is... I would say it's my favorite, honestly. I love the interior of the house. Exterior could use some work. Maybe for a video one day I'll fix up the outside of the house, just because it's showing its age. But that's mainly just because my building abilities have grown exponentially since I started playing beta. I mean, if you come down here, you'll see flat wall, a little bit of trim with the oak, but the roof is just, it's something to say the least. Show us the glass tower. Of course. Let's start moving over to... I'm assuming you mean the throne room, right? Because this is the only glass tower I can think of. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Well, let's take the minecart track over there. Please don't blow up. Perfect. Alright, welcome to the throne room. This I built, I want to say about a year and a half ago. This was another one of the early builds in the world. I actually have a 2-hour just calm, relaxing video of me building this. If you go back on my channel, you'll see, I think I posted it about 7 months ago, but I made this probably a year before that. And it's nothing too fancy, honestly. I love the middle area with the waterfall feature and the glowstone in the middle. I really like the way it illuminates the whole building. But all it is just a way for me to look out on my land. As you can see some of the older projects, you can see the mansion from here. And as you go up, every single side just has a beautiful view of the world. And then once you finally get to the top, you'll see the throne room. You've got a nice red carpet leading you to our triple-decker bed. And then the throne. This is where all of my gold has gone, because this is using 6 pieces of gold, 1 diamond block, and 5 iron blocks. This is a very, very expensive throne, but it is worth it. Look at this view. Honestly, I could sit up here for hours and just look out on my world. But the best part of the throne room isn't actually the room itself, but it is the roof. Because up here, not only do you have the beginning of the water feature, but you have a clear view of what is around, and there's a lot. Not even mentioning everything else that's in the distance. Even just in the main town, there's just so much. 3 years of work. Of course, I did take breaks during that time. I haven't played for 3 years straight, but I'm very proud of everything that I've been able to build and the world I've been able to make for you guys and with you guys, honestly. So many builds in this world have been your guys' ideas. And that's where we are. Alright, so that's the tower. Is there anything else that you guys would like to see? Now, anyone in chat, you can put whatever build you want to see, and I will go show it off for you. But if no one has anything specific, then I will simply just keep walking around my world until we find something that we wanna see. Juke. I should really be wearing armor if I'm gonna come out here at night. But the sun's gonna set soon, I'm okay. So many creepers, oh my god. I need the gunpowder, but I also don't want to die and lose everything, or God forbid have one of them explode. If I can get them one at a time, that's totally fine. I just actually need them to come one at a time. Uh-oh. There we go. Not a problem, not a problem. 7 gunpowder, nice. I do plan on doing some work with some TNT pretty soon, so we gotta see. We gotta see what happens with this gunpowder. But all I know is that I need a lot of it. Actually, one thing I want to do is extend that rail. I want to take it out with the cobblestone like I did before, and then maybe build something out there. So I guess I can work on that project until I get some tour ideas in chat. But if you see, what I've done is I have this cobblestone area here with the siding. I plan on building something within that at some point. So I want to extend that all the way out to the other island, where my second base is. And then hopefully once that's done, we can start filling in the gaps, so to speak. Oh, I have a decent bit of cobblestone. I'm gonna need a lot though, which is up here. Not that much, actually. Okay. I'd go mining, but I'm supposed to be doing a tour. I'll save that for now. I'll use... Was this 10 stacks? Yeah, I'll use this 10 stacks of cobblestone, and then hopefully by then we'll have a guide as to where we need to go next. Man, 3 years. It doesn't feel like that long, but it most certainly has been. And once again, if you guys have any ideas for what you want me to tour next, simply just let me know in the chat. Anything in this world that you see, I will explain when I built it, why I built it, how I built it, or if you don't want all of that information, I can simply just show you guys around. But until I get a message on what to tour, we are going to start by just building a little bit. I want to extend this out because I want to build something in this cobblestone area. Because there's a lot of real estate here that we can use. I'm not sure what I want to build, but I know that I'm going to want to extend it this way, which is the plan for now. How many blocks is this actually? I should really figure that out. So from here, because I'm going around this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Alright, 9 on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we just need to fill in all of this area. And I guess while I'm working on this and waiting for more people to stop by to start the tour, how is everyone doing today? I know it's been a while since I made a long form video, so I do apologize for that. If I'm being honest, I've simply just been burnt out. I've been working a lot recently with school and finding an actual job and basically just trying to get my future situated. So that's been eating up a lot of my time, and I haven't really had the energy recently to come back and make a lot of content. So I do apologize for the lack of videos recently, but I'm glad that you are all here now, and I hope that this tour will be a good starting point for me to make some more content in the future. Because while I do play on this world for fun, I also do it for you guys. I know a lot of people... Okay, that's gonna sound really egotistical. I was gonna say a lot of people look up to this world, but I guess a better way to put that is a lot of people simply just like watching me play in this world. And what kind of a person would I be if I took away that pleasure from someone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, yeah, we got plenty of space to work with here. Once again, I would like to thank you all very much for stopping by today. I do greatly appreciate you spending your... What is it, Wednesday? I appreciate you all spending your Wednesday with me, and I hope that you are looking forward to the tour. Once again, if there's anything that you guys want to see in the world, or if you just want me to start walking around, please let me know, and I will be happy to start the tour. But for now, I'm just working on a few projects while I wait for more people to join, just because I want to show off what people want to see. I don't want to just walk around my world and show off things that people have already seen or just simply aren't interested in. Because later in the week, I'm going to be making an offline tour, and that is going to be me going around the entire world. This one is just meant to be a little bit more laid back, relaxed, and for you guys to not only talk to me, but also get to understand the world that I am playing in. I think it just dawned on me how much cobblestone this is actually going to take. Because this was 10 stacks. 10 stacks of cobblestone. And I've done this much. And I have to get to there. Oh boy. This is gonna be a lot. Jeez. Alright, you know, there's only 3 people in the chat right now, but let's get started on that tour. Alright? Let's get started. Let's walk around and let's see what we've got. I think I'm gonna show off the town first. I really should have built a staircase here. Let's take this all the way up, and then we'll walk around back over to the town. And we can actually take the shortcut here too. Instead of going on the main path, we can go through the pool. We can go down this way up to the wheat farm. Take the wheat farm over to the top of the mushroom farm. Top of the mushroom farm over to the garden. And garden to the town. And welcome everyone to the town. This doesn't actually have a name yet. I don't think it ever will have a name. But I built this town as one of my first projects. I wanted a town in the world, and I figured I might as well keep it close to home, both literally and physically, because this town has a bunch of... It's crazy to say this, but it has a bunch of my high school friends in it. So for example, this glass house with the smiley face on it, this is Jay's home. And Jay is one of my friends from high school. We have been friends since... Man, 7th grade, I think? 6th grade? A while. We've been friends for a while. And when I first built this world, I was in high school. So I went around, I said hi to all of my friends, and I asked if they wanted to be in the world, and a lot of them said yes. So this house is still unclaimed, but over here we have Jay's house. We have Nick's saddle shop over here. This one is still unclaimed. We have Alex's home down here. And then my Irish friend, his name is Brendan. I actually made him a little Irish pub. And there's one more house. I believe it's the tree house actually that's meant for my friend Nick. And yes, there is 2 Nicks. But welcome to Brendan's pub. Once again, Brendan was one of my friends in high school. I still talk to him every now and then, but he has been immortalized in my world. And if we come down here, we'll see vodka, tequila, rum, gin, beer, scotch, IPAs, and ginger ale. No mixed drinks, just straight up beer and hard liquor. 18-year-old me really knew how to run a bar. Actually, wait, I was 17 when I made this. Never mind. 17-year-old me really knew how to run a bar. If it's not clear already, 17-year-old me did not know how to run a bar. But also 17-year-old me still can't drink. So I think, if I remember correctly, when I first built this town, I started with these smaller houses around the edges. Then I built the taller houses along with the glass house. And then I actually built the watchtower. And then after all of that, I finally built Town Square. At least in beta, everything looks bad. I love the beta art style. I know a lot of people don't just because of how basic everything looks, but even with, fancy graphics, I can turn smooth lighting on. I think it's beautiful, personally. But thank you very much for stopping by, man. I greatly appreciate you stopping by to check out the tour. And I said it earlier, but I'll say it again now that you're here. If you want to see anything in this world, simply just let me know. I am doing this tour as more of a talk, where I'm going to explain what I built, when I built it, how I built it, and then later in the week I'm going to do an actual tour where I go through everything. This world feels very nostalgic. That was the vibe I was going for. When I first started this world, I hadn't actually played beta Minecraft before, but I really wanted to get like that 2011 feel. Because when I first started playing Minecraft, I actually played Pocket Edition. I didn't play Java until 2013, when I finally got Java Edition for my birthday. Or I'm sorry, for Christmas. But before that, I played Pocket Edition, and that's really what this reminded me of. And everything that I built, I wanted to keep not only close to home, but also I wanted it to feel very nostalgic, which I think I did a good job on. Wow, that's incomplete. I know. I absolutely love the old glowstone texture. I know most people hate it compared to the new one, but I think it's beautiful, honestly. I try and use glowstone whenever I can. Granted, it's a very expensive block, so I can't use it very often, but what what is okay? I had no idea this was here. Is this from when I well, if you don't play beta Minecraft a lot, this chest might not seem that important to you, but bricks and mossy cobblestone are extremely hard to get. Mossy cobblestone is not craftable, you can only get it from dungeons, and bricks are made from clay, but clay is extremely hard to get. So the fact that I have a stack of both just sitting in that chest is kind of wild. Coming back down to this portion of the world, we actually have an old Minecraft village. Now, some of you who have been playing beta Minecraft for a while might see the problem with this, but if you haven't, Minecraft Beta doesn't have villages. This village that I've built here was made by hand. The well was made by hand, the crops all made by hand, every house was made by hand because villages aren't in this version. The only structure is the dungeon. So every single one of these had to be built on a 1-to-1 scale to a normal village, and I love the way it turned out, honestly. It's extremely useless, especially because villages don't even exist in this version, but I love the little bit of history. But please put fog. How much fog do you want me to put? Because I can make it really foggy in here. I think I'll add a little bit of fog. Is that good? So playing on Pocket Edition. Yeah, me too, actually. I'm pretty sure I first got Minecraft on my iPod 4 when I did my first communion. Which, 2012. I think 2012 is the first time I had my own version of Minecraft I could play whenever I wanted. But 2011, whenever they came out with Pocket Edition, that's when I first started playing, because my mom got it on her phone. And she would always give me her phone in the car on the way home from the store so that she could focus on driving. Anything in here? No, I didn't think so. Now this area of the world, actually, let's turn up the fog again. Oh, that's creepy. This part of the world here is a part of an old series I had on my channel, which was building basic starter houses. I have a few of them in this world, but this is just 3 of them to start. This was the first one, and as you can see, I think it looks really nice. I put a lot of effort and time into decorating this house to make it look good, but also not use a lot of resources. And it's still like turned out well. Like, you have a crafting table, you've got your furnaces, you have 4 double chests. You could even put some more up in the ceiling here if you're really running low on space. But I feel like for what I've been able to fit in here, I am very proud of this build. What's that in the distance? Which way are you talking about? Do you mean this way? Are these the buildings you're talking about? In the distance? Or are you talking about the wizard tower? Or are you talking about the watchtower? There's a lot in this world. This house was meant to be very bare bones, extremely small, but also gives you what you need. This roof is actually made of slabs, so you could put another chest up top here if you really needed. But I like the way this one turned out. And this house here, I absolutely hate. I tried too hard to mix different stone types. I think it looks extremely ugly in the corners. It's too big for how flat the roof is. The actual design is fine. I like the double chests. I like the space you have in the large windows. But the roof is just absolutely ugly in my opinion. Not just joking. Well, if those are the buildings you're talking about... Oh, I get it. You're not talking about the buildings, you're talking about Herobrine. Oh god, who's that? Oh, if that's not creepy, I don't know what is. Can I turn down the brightness? I forgot if I can do that in this version. I can turn smooth lighting off. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy. So that's this part of the world. I guess now that the sun is starting to set, let's head over to the Wizard Tower. This was a very unique build, I would have to say, because I planned on putting like a whole castle around it, but I just never got to it. Like this area here was going to be like a giant castle that connected over to the Wizard Tower, and there's a bunch of like rustic medieval builds in this area, but that just never ended up happening. It still can. I think it's going to pretty soon, but for now, this is just simply what we got. But here's the Wizard Tower. Did I say when I built this? July 25th of 2024. Really? I thought this was a lot sooner. Guess not. But welcome. Welcome to the Wizard Tower. Once again, like I said, I don't know why I built this, but I did, and I'm very glad I did, because I think it looks really good. Starting down here, we've just got a bedroom with some storage. Wizard Tower looks cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. If you come up here, you've got the testing room. I originally didn't have the torches in here, but one day I came back and got blown up by a creeper. So the torches are now in here, but this is just an area where we can come and run some experiments and test what needs to be tested in these brick chambers here. And then upstairs, no Wizard Tower is complete without a library, of course. We've got a nice little study here for the wizard to work on his magic. And then up one more flight of stairs, we have the dining room. This is where the wizard can have his meetings with his wizard family. And then, once again, no Wizard Tower is complete without a throne. And we can sit atop the throne. We can look out at the rest of the world. You can see what's around. Absolutely nothing in this direction. This is definitely where I'm going to build next. You can see just a glimpse of the city in the distance. And of course, the giant bridge that got us here in the first place. And then, as per usual with all of my builds, there's a ladder that takes you right out to the top. Alright, need to be careful because I think a creeper can spawn up here. We seem to be good. And here we are. Here's a view from the top. Yeah, this is a gorgeous area to build. I don't know what's going here, but something is being built here very, very soon. There's the cobblestone bridge that we started. That's gonna go all the way over to that little bit of light in the distance. And then down here, we actually have one more starter house. This is a part of that same series that I was talking about earlier with those houses in the distance. But this house was arguably my favorite. It must be challenging building without modern techniques. Honestly, I don't think so. I really like building in beta, and I feel like it's so much easier because like I'm gonna head over to my quote-unquote new house, which I never actually adopted, but I'll explain that in a second. But it looks very, like, put together, even though it's really not. Like, yes, modern building techniques help a lot, but I feel like beta builds are kind of supposed to look bad in a sense. Like, this is the modern house here. And it's not anything special from the outside, but it still looks complete. The inside is where it really gets better, because if I go in here, I think the decoration in here is beautiful, but it's really just bookshelves and brick and carpet. It's also a lot easier for me to build in beta, but that's just because I've been playing it for so long. Like, a lot of the modern building techniques that you're talking about, I don't actually know. That's simply just because I haven't experimented with them. So let's head outside so I can show this off. Welcome to the main house. Or I'm sorry, not the main house. This was supposed to be the main house. Once the town got filled and this whole area here was basically out of space, I thought it would be a good idea to move. And I went from that house all the way in the distance, you can just barely see it, to this house. And I planned on bringing everything over here and exploring towards where the wizard tower was. This house was built April 29th of 2024, and I simply never did that. If you come in here, I have an absolutely massive storage unit with nothing in it. Thank you, I appreciate that, man. I love building pixel art as well. I'm definitely gonna add more of it into the world. There's just nothing here. I was supposed to move over here and just never did. But if you head out this way, you'll enter the art gallery, and that will lead you right into the main portion of the new house. Now, I did just walk through this to sleep, so I'm gonna go a little quick here. But to start, we've got a nice great room here that goes into a living room where we can watch some skeletons on the TV. Heading out this way, we've got our main room with the pool table directly next to the kitchen, and a very cramped dining court, I will say, but a place to eat nonetheless. Heading over here, we've got a nice little nook that you can read in, right next to the fire, which is not there because this entire house would burn down. The wood and sandstone texture reminds me of Stampy. Where do you think I got it from, man? Now, a lot of my old building techniques that I use came from two places. One, old world tours. I have watched about 50 Minecraft beta world tours. I just absolutely love them. And other than that, a lot of my other inspiration came from old creators. DanTDM, Skydoes, Minecraft, Stampy Longnose. I would watch their old series and then get inspired to make some builds of my own. Over here, we've got a little guest room. And then walking through here, we've got another place to sit. And a indoor library. Just snuck into the corner of the house next to the music room with, yep, a bunch of mushrooms. I don't know why these keep growing. I guess I need another torch here, but whatever. It's always nice to grab some extra mushrooms while I'm over here. Some places to sit, and then a chandelier looking right downstairs. And then finally, over here to the right, we have the main bedroom with our dressers and our cabinets, and of course, the double bed. Walking out into the fog, we'll get to the second part of the house, which will bring us to the idea board. Once again, I never ended up moving over here, so the idea board is completely empty. But if we head in this room, we've got a nice place to watch some TV, with a staircase down to the front of the house. And then finally, if we head up these stairs, we will get to another guest room in the attic. I feel like I could have put stuff in here, but I don't know, I kind of like how open it is. Something about the vibe just really fits, especially if you turn fog on. You can just see the fog start to creep in on the other side. Oh, trust me, man, I have plenty of building ideas. They're just not in this house. I guess... Oh, I know where we'll head. We're gonna take this minecart track up, and that is going to bring us to the start of my museum. I want to build an actual museum, but this will bring us to the start of it. Just as a heads up, if you do get motion sick, this is going to spin us a lot. So you might want to look away for about 15 seconds. You have been warned. So, as we head up the nauseating roller coaster, we'll end up getting to the top with an absolutely beautiful view of the world. And then taking this all the way back, past the mansion, past the main house and the main town, we'll get to the start of the museum. Now, like I said, I do plan on building an actual museum, but this is where I put a lot of my firsts. And I will show those off in just a second. Here we are, we have arrived. Now these chests do represent different parts of the world. Over here we have my very first diamond sword. And I believe, yep, we have our very first diamond pickaxe right next door. If you head over to this chest, we have my first set of iron armor. I do not have a helmet because unfortunately it broke, but here's the start of my first set of iron armor. In this chest, we have my very first wooden pickaxe. This is the oldest part of the world, and as you can tell, I used it to break 3 pieces of cobblestone to get a stone pickaxe, and I have never touched it since. So it's just been sitting in this chest right here. And then we have my very first piece of mossy cobblestone, which I got from the dungeon right over yonder, where that spider head is. And one thing I did miss in this room that I want to show off is this. This is a replica of the 1-year cake. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is the 2-year cake. The 2-year cake has been put in the museum, and once I build my new museum, that's where I'm going to put the 3-year cake. But for now, the 2-year birthday cake sits right here in the upstairs museum. Now I know what you might be thinking. If I wish I kept artifacts like that on my forever world. Oh, I'd highly recommend it. Every time I start a new world, I always keep my firsts, just because it's something to look back on. But what I was going to say is, I know what you might be thinking. If that is the 2-year cake, where is the 1-year cake? And I will show that to you in just 1 second. Although real quick, before we get moving, I am gonna take a little break. Ooh, wild dog, never mind. I'm gonna get a dog and then I'm going to take a break because I am thirsty. I did not eat it. I definitely still have my 1-year cake. It is exactly where I put it, but the world around it has most certainly changed. Come on, buddy. Oh, where are you going? Come here. Hey, we got a new friend. You know what? I'm gonna move you over here, and you can sit with this guy. Give him someone to talk to. Don't get that close. You're awfully close to the fire, young man. I'm gonna move you back. I don't like how close you are. Now he has a friend. Let's head back up through the main house and we will see where the 1-year cake is. And it's kind of ironic actually, because the 1-year cake is inside of one of my most recent builds. That being the clock tower. The clock tower I built just about a month ago actually. I didn't put a sign on it. I probably should. I have the recording of me building it, so I might go back and put a sign representing when I actually built this. But downstairs is the 1-year cake. When I first built the town, I put the 1-year cake on a shrine right here, but I noticed it kind of just took up a lot of space and didn't look that good. So I ended up just building this clock tower instead that looks over the entire town. And I kept the 1-year cake exactly where it was, on top of the iron block platter. So that's the 1-year cake. Once again, the 2-year cake is in the first museum. And when I build it, the 3-year cake is going to go in the other museum, probably by the wizard tower. If not there, then by the mansion in that little space right over there. But I think now is a good time to take just a little break, so I will be right back. I am going to drink some water and use the bathroom. everyone, I am back. Thank you all for sticking around with me while I took a little break. And now we are going to explore the rest of the town. So with that being said, where else would you guys like to tour? I'm gonna sit up here and just do a little, I guess, panoramic view of the world. And if you see a specific building that you want me to go tour and talk about, I will gladly do so. So whatever you see that sparks your interest or your curiosity, please just let me know, and I can go show that off for you. And if no one has anything that they specifically want to see, I have a build that I desperately want you all to see. And there is more to the world as well. Like, there's a lot that I haven't even shown you guys yet, so if you don't see anything here you want, I can also just walk around and show you the complete other half of the world, because despite how much is in here, there's still a whole nother section at the end of that minecart track. This is 7:45 actually. I do have to go in probably about 15 minutes, so whatever you guys want to see, just let me know, and I can show you before I end the stream. Now don't worry, I know I haven't shown off everything in this tour, but that is okay. Later in the week, I'm going to be doing an official tour, where I walk around the entire world and actually show off every single build. This part of the tour was just meant to give a little bit of my own personal feedback on what I've built and why I built it, how I built it, but the other tour will be more informational and will share exactly what the world is. But I guess without further ado, let's start in the next area, which is, I don't want to say Stampy's Love Garden, but that's pretty much what it is. It's just a version of Stampy's Love Garden. I have a lot of my subscribers and frequent commenters who have stopped by and have supported me. The Glow Garden, yes, that's exactly what it is, man. And Rin, if you would like, I could add you as well. I've got a space right next to Red Rover, who I believe is also in the stream. Would you like to be added? I do actually need to go through my commenter list and add more people, because I have like 20 more spots here, and I know there's people who need to be added who I haven't added yet. Gotta make sure I do that. Oh, no, that's not how you spell it. R-I-N-tastic. Y-T. Boom. There we are. Welcome, man. I think before I do the other tour, I'm going to add more people to this. Honestly, I think I'm going to run out of space pretty soon. I might have to make it bigger. Maybe I'll just do another layer. But I'll show you the rest of the world. But first, I want to take a moment and let you guys read the signs. So thank you to everyone who supports me. And this is everyone. I appreciate each and every one of you. And this world would not be the same without you. Thank you. From me. How are you here? Oh, it's because you're by the garden. Sit in the chairs. Sit down. So I will be adding more people because I know there are more to add, but thank you all very much for all of your support. I greatly appreciate it, and every comment you leave, every share that you send, I notice, and it truly does mean a lot, so thank you. And with that being said, here we are in, I would say, my newest build actually, which is the Sky Lit Library. I wanted to build something on this hill. It was originally going to be a castle, but I never ended up building it. So instead, I just built this wall around the area with a nice garden and a library with a sky. A sky view, you can look up and see the sun start to rise and set, and then the floor is meant to resemble the sky itself, with some clouds, some shadows, and of course, the glowstone sun. What? This is what I'm talking about. Where did you come from? Beta Minecraft is not for the weak. He almost just blew my entire world. If I didn't have a window there, I'd be dead. Are you serious? Wait, now he's gonna hide? Something about creepers in this version, it's so bizarre. Like, they never actually die either. Exactly. They don't make any sounds whatsoever. They constantly hide. And it's horrible. No, not the coal. Let's put all of this away. Wool goes in here. I really need to organize this chest. This is supposed to be my building blocks chest, but it's kind of just turned into my everything chest. Glass goes in here. Stone slabs go up there. And we head up here to the roof of the house once more. Alright. I am going to have to head out in just a second. I'm actually going to see the Super Mario Brothers or Galaxy movie with some of my teammates. And that viewing is in an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm gonna start heading out pretty soon, but before I do, Bryn, is there anything else that you would like to see in the world? I know you're a pretty new viewer, so there might not be too much that you know of and haven't seen, but if anything catches your eye, please let me know before I head out. And once again, the actual tour, where I go over everything in the world, including my other base, will be coming out, I'd say, in probably a week, if I had to guess. It just depends on when I get the time. My favorite build. There are so many. I think my favorite build for what it is probably my new house. I really like the way that the interior turned out. I've really been working hard on getting my interior builds to look good, and I think that house over there is a staple for what I want them to look like. Favorite build, in general, I would probably just say my main house. This is the first thing I built, and also like the one that's gone through the most renovations. When I first built this house, the only thing that was here was this main area. This outer part was actually just a cobblestone ring surrounding the storage unit. But slowly but surely, I put in the bedroom and then every other room, such as the indoor garden, the kitchen, nice living space over here with both music discs, to the furnace room, and then finally the library, the main walkway, and the TV room. I love how the whole house has a loop in it. Like I can start at this door and end at that door. It just keeps going. I love the aesthetic of the basement. I think that the green carpet really turned out well with all of the torches, and just the vibe down here is so cozy, especially next to my actual idea board, which does have stuff on it. Unlike the new house, this one actually has a bunch of different build ideas that will be coming shortly on the channel. And then, of course, the minecart station that takes you to the rest of the world. But if I had to say what my actual favorite build is, I would probably say the creeper statue. And that's not because of what it is, but because of what it represents. This creeper statue I built all the way back in June of 2023. And the reason I built this is because when I graduated from high school, it was the same day as my 18th birthday. And two of my friends who I had known at that point for over half a decade got me a creeper piñata. They got me a creeper piñata for me to smash on my 18th birthday, and inside they had a bunch of goodies, and it meant so much to me. Not only just because they actually got me something for my graduation, but just as like a milestone to always remember where I've came from. Like at that point, I was just about to go to Purdue, which is why there's a giant P back there. But it kind of kept me grounded and helped me remember my roots and where I came from, and I decided to build that same piñata in my world. Granted, it's not the same piñata because the one I had was completely smashed open, but I like the gesture a lot, and that's why it's here. There's even a little house. You can go in the back of the creeper. If you take this path all the way up, you'll hit the little bedroom up here inside of the creeper phase. Nice place to sleep, and of course, a view from the top of the creeper. So, to finally answer your question, I would have to say my favorite build overall is probably my first house, but sentimental-wise is the creeper. It's cool that every build in your world has a story attached to it. Thank you, I greatly appreciate that. That's why I've built a lot of what I have. Like, almost everything has some kind of meaning to it. This cube, it's just a block of cobblestone, but it is a 10 by 10 block of cobblestone, which I built when I hit 1,000 subscribers. At the same time, I built the giant 1000, Which, speaking of which, I have to build the 2000 sign. I completely forgot about that. Every single house in the town has someone's name attached to it, and it's all people that I knew from high school. Um, and like the old village and the start of the city, and the statues and the cakes and the museum, and a lot of things have meaning. Even that weird wooden pillar, which actually I'm gonna go talk about because it's very stupid, but I like it a lot. A lot of people, when they first enter my world, are very confused as to why there's a giant wooden pillar here. But the reason this is here is because when I first... The Mario does not have a purpose. The Mario I just built because I like Mario. um, it was Super Mario Galaxy was one of my favorite games growing up, which is kind of funny because I'm gonna go see the movie in an hour. But I just thought pixel art was cute, so I decided to build it. And you know, even the flag, that is the Kuwaiti flag, and it is a representation of one of my best friends in college, who is an international student from Kuwait. And then the American flag because I'm American. But this pillar was built when I first got to this part of the world. When I first got here, everything in this area was trees and basically nothingness. So I had to build this pillar so that I could actually see around and find out where all my builds were and where I wanted to build. And ever since that, this is where I've started every video. So if you ever watch a video on my channel, you'll see that I started right on top of this pillar and I look out on my world. But you know, actually, now that I say that, let me show you something. Do I still have it? I do. This is my world. This is the exact same world on the exact same seed. Granted, it doesn't have all of the builds, but this is my world. It's kind of crazy to look at now and just to see how much has grown, how much I've built. But like, there's the spider spawner over there, and that's where the mansion is, and the giant tower is supposed to be right there, and this is where the creeper statue would be. It's kind of crazy to look at. Even this little patch of water right here. If we go back into my main world, that little patch of water is the same water that's being used outside of the kennel. This is still here. It hasn't been changed. Where do the years go? It's crazy to come on here and to just look around. That's where we are. This is where the house is. That's where the snowman is. The house on the mountain, it would be right in that little spot right there. There's the house on the mountain. Man. Well, I think that's a great stopping point for now. Like I said, I am going to post an actual, like, full world tour that shows off every build in detail and explores the other parts of my world. But this stream was just meant to give a little bit of backstory into what the world means to me and why I've built what I've built and how it became what it is now. Looking forward to it? I'm glad. I haven't recorded it yet, so your name will be in the garden. That's something for you to look forward to. But with that being said, thank you very much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it, man. And thank you to the other two people who sticked by in the stream. I think one of them is me, but I'm not sure who the other person is. I believe it's Red Rover. Are you still here, Red Rover, or is it someone else? Yeah, I'm here. I see, I see. Well, thank you to both of you for stopping by and enjoying the stream, and thank you to everyone else who stopped by. And thank you to the viewer who is currently watching the VOD. Lurker. He does that. He does that. But once again, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. I don't really have anything else to say, so I'm gonna go watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I haven't played that game in such a long time. I hope that they put Gusty Garden in it. I mean, that they're going to. But I hope they put Rosalina's backstory in it. If Rosalina's backstory is in the movie, I'm gonna be one very happy camper. But we will see. So, once again, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the official tour. Bye. Unfortunately, if I want to end the stream, I actually have to come back here to end the stream. So, bye everyone.